Hello everyone, today I'm going to give you the book review of Sudha Murthy Grandpa's Bag of Stories. So basically in the story, Sudha Murthy and her husband decide to go to a hill station because of some work, and they bring along their 4 grandchildren with them, and usually it's Sudha Murthy who narrates all the stories, but in this all along the journey, Sudha Murthy's husband is the one who is narrating the stories to his grandchildren. So throughout the story, there are several beautiful and moral-filled stories, and I'm going to narrate one of them to you. So once there was a man. He was very miserly in nature. So once he was passing by a stall which was selling jalebis. So when he went there, he smelled the jalebis. They smelled so good, and then they looked very juicy. So when the shopkeeper saw him, he was like, "This man must be a beggar. Let me give one jalebi to him for free." But actually, the man was a really rich person, but he was miserly in nature, so he did not spend anything for himself. So when he looked at the jalebi seller, and then the jalebi seller decided, okay, he's a beggar, let me just give one to him. And then when he ate the jalebi, it tasted so delicious, and it tasted even more delicious to him because it was for free. And then when he really liked it, he wanted another one. So he stood by for some more time, and the shopkeeper was like, "No, I won't give you another for free. If you want to buy one, you have to buy one." So he asked, "How much is this for?" And then when he heard the amount, he was surprised. He was like, "No, I can't buy for this much." And then he's like, "Can I have only one jalebi?" And he's like, "No, I don't sell one jalebi." And then he was disappointed and left. When he went to his wife, he told his wife the whole story, and he asked his wife to make jalebis for him. So when his wife heard this, he was like, "Sure, I'll make jalebis for the entire village." So when he heard this, he was like, "No, I don't want you to make jalebis for the entire village. I want you to make jalebis only for me." And then his wife was like, "Okay, I'll make jalebis for the entire lane." He's like, "No, I want a jalebi only for me." And then his wife went on to suggest only their neighbors, only for their family, but he still disagreed. He was like, "I want only one jalebi, and it will be just for me. I will not share it with my family or any other neighbors of mine." And then his wife, hearing this, was shocked. And when she heard this, she was like, "No, I cannot live with you anymore, because you are so miserly in nature. You don't even care about our family, that you don't want to share a jalebi with me." So she decided to leave the house along with her children, and she went to her mother-in-law's house, or her mother's house. They did not mention that. So when she left, the man was like, "Okay, fine, I'll make a jalebi for myself, but I need to gather the ingredients for this." So he went outside, roamed for a long time, but no one was ready to give him the ingredients for just one jalebi. But then at the evening, suddenly he saw a stall which was selling jalebis, but now it was about to close. So he went to that stall, and the stall had only a few ingredients left. And the man was like, "Please, can I buy these ingredients from you?" And then the man was like, "Okay, what will you do with this much ingredients? This is very less. You can't make like a lot of jalebis with it." So he was like, "No, no, it's fine. I'll buy these ingredients." And then the stall person, he said that, "Okay, I will give you all these ingredients for free, but you have to fulfill some conditions. The first condition is, if anyone comes to your house asking for food or anything, then you have to share these jalebis with him after you're done making it. And secondly, if you're when you're making these jalebis, you have to make sure the jalebis don't break. If the jalebis break, then something bad is going to happen to you." So he decided that, "Okay, fine, I will fulfill these conditions," because he really wanted to eat jalebis. So when he got these ingredients, and he went to his house, and he started preparing them, and then suddenly there was a doorbell which rang. And then finally he was thinking, should I avoid it, should I just think that nothing happened? But he was like, he remembered the man's words, so he decided to go and open the door. There was a beggar outside, and he was asking for some food. By the time, he had already finished making 2 big jalebis. So he was like, "Okay, fine, at least I'll have one for myself, one for him." So he went inside the kitchen and decided to take the 2 jalebis off. But when he saw the 2 jalebis were there, both were stuck to each other, because jalebis are so sticky. So when he saw this, he tried to remove it, but he realized that if he tried to remove it, then the jalebis would break, and the man's words would come true that something bad is going to happen to him. So he decided, okay, fine, he can have the entire jalebi to himself. So when he gave when he gave the whole jalebi to him, the beggar was like, okay, now you can come with me. I'm going to go to a temple, and we can share all this food with among ourselves. So so the man followed the beggar to the temple, and then over there were a lot of other people who were visiting the temple. All of them had brought different kinds of food, and everyone shared everything amongst themselves. And then the man, he had the best meal of his life, and he felt very happy, he felt very relieved, he felt a sense of satisfaction. And then he did not realize what happened. And then he asked the beggar. The beggar was like, actually, I am the very same person who had given you the ingredients for free, and I wanted you to realize that sharing can make you feel so much better than when you're doing things alone. You should not be miserly in nature. You should be generous. You should help others, and you should be friendly and kind to people. And then the man realized his mistake, and he went back to his house. He called back his wife and realized his mistake, and regretted not sharing the jalebis with her. And then finally his wife happily accepted, and he spent most of his money helping others and giving them to charity, and he lived happily ever after.
That's a very nice story, Aditi. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
So, what is the lesson learned from this story? Can you explain?
We should always be generous. We should not be miserly. We should remember that we have to take care of ourselves and everyone else around us.
That's good. Thank you.
Thank you.